dig it for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good.
Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Saturday evening, as we just had to plug in a wire there, so that should be a note to come that we're going to be okay here for the rest of the Saturday evening as we have Region 1 girls basketball on the air here, and this is our Irie Insurance pregame show between the Central Cass Squirrels and the Richland Colts in the third place contest. Coming up later tonight, we will get to the championship game, which will feature the Kindred Vikings and the Northern Cass Jaguars. Let's recap what happened yesterday in the semifinals. The Kindred Vikings got out early 22-5 in the first quarter and never looked back in their 55-19 win over Richland. Abby Dukeshire scored 20 points against Maple River 2 nights ago, scored 20 points last night. We'll see if she can do it again here for the Kindred Vikings. They will play Northern Cass, which in a quote-unquote upset in terms of seed line, the 3 over the 2. Northern Cass took down Central Cass 64-55 in that game. Hayden Crockett, 20 points, went 12 of 17 from the free throw line. Josie Jensen with 12 points off the bench and a handful of rebounds. That's how Northern Cass will play Kindred in the championship at around 8 o'clock tonight. But first things first, let's get to this third place game with Richland and Central Cass. I'm Chase Miller, joined courtside alongside Nathan Hoots, the head girls basketball coach of Maple River. And we have the lovely Jake, I'm not going to say his last name because I'll say it wrong, Jake W. with us here running the camera. And Coach Hoots, I'm so used to calling you Coach instead of Nathan. So first and foremost, thanks to being part of this conversation and more importantly the broadcast. I love it to have a coach's perspective here when someone has scouted the last couple of seasons against a DeConte Smith, that has scouted against a Megan Rubin company. When you take a look at the 4 teams that are still standing here tonight, Nathan, what kind of stands out first and foremost with the first 2 teams that we're going to see here with Central Cass and Richland to you that has allowed them to get to this point of the season?
I think it's athleticism. I mean, it's going to ooze out of this entire game. Central Cass, they can play 10 girls that every single one of them could start on the majority of the teams in the state, especially the girls that are playing in region championships even next Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Grand Forks. And then when you get to Richland, I mean, you can't talk about Richland without mentioning Megan Rube. Yep. I mean, she's an absolute standout. She's been a standout for 5 years now, a thorn in the side of coaches in Region 1 for so many years, 2,000-plus points. And then she's just going to be able to hand the reins off to a really talented freshman girl that it's going to be hard to see them drop off a ton with how well they've been coached this year and how well Schmidt girls been playing.
Let's talk about coaching, because sometimes you walk into a situation where maybe someone retires, someone goes to another school district or says, you know what, family and a bunch of other things, I just got to put the brakes up for a couple of years. And Richland, and Joel made this point last night on the air going, there's been 3 different coaches, and one of them is across the way, Bruce Shy, who retired. Then Reggie Jackson comes in. He's now the activities director at Fargo Shanley and a former referee as well, to look at it through those perspective lenses. And then you have Olivia Johnson, first-year head coach. But even with those 3 coaches in the last 3 years, they've been a consistent program to be one of the better top 4 or 5 teams in this region. What has kind of been the recipe, do you think, with Megan Rube? Obviously, you got a Lingen that's been able to be there. You kind of add in another guard there in Kendi Wagner who can go off for 10, 15 points. What has allowed Richland with, even though 3 different coaches in 3 separate years and they all left on their own accord, it wasn't like they got forced out. What has it been for the Richland Colts to find themselves in the region semis, 3rd place, and a couple years ago they were in the Region 1 championship?
Exactly, yeah. And in high school girls basketball, if you have a floor general, everything flows through that girl. Megan has gone through a transformation from a role player as an 8th grader to an absolute star in 1 year. I challenged my team to try to have that type of a change in role and that type of a transformation in a year that she had going from an 8th grade to a freshman year. But she went, 10, 12 points a game all the way skyrocketed to low 20s, and she's held that. And this year her role has changed again to handling the ball a lot more and being more of a distributor and running that pick and roll with Schmidt is just, I mean, it is a thing of beauty the way that they space the floor and she's able to operate, which I think is going to give her a really good chance to succeed at the next level. But it comes down, you got a girl that can handle the basketball against all the different pressures and the athletes that we see in Region 1. She has been that consistent force for them for 5 years now.
You know, you take a look on the opposite side. There was a Coach Mears for Central Cass who had a lot of talent. You know, Faith Dooley, Hannah Bresky and company, they made it to state. They were able to play against Bishop Bryan when all of a sudden they won their first of 3 straight girls basketball championships, and Jay Bachman comes in. And you just see the program got a little bit better every year with what he kind of wanted to do. Once they kind of had to get rid of some of those big-time seniors, invest in the middle school program, those girls kind of came up. Nothing to lose 2 years ago here inside the Shield Center, upset Kindred, went to overtime, beat Kindred last year, state runners-up. There's a lot of girls still coming back next year, which if you're going to take a look forward into 9 months from now, might be the favorite in the region to try to win the Region 1 title. What has made Central Cass under Jay Bachman, you know, that consistent program as well?
It's kind of the theme of the night to me is programs that have transformed in the last 5 years between Central Cass and Northern Cass. Both of them have gone from the lower part of Region 1 to accelerating themselves into, you know, not just the top of Region 1, but the top of the state. Jay is a tremendous coach, and what he does to get every single one of his girls to buy into their role is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, whether they play 4 minutes or 25 minutes, every single one, it appears from the view of an opposing coach, and tonight sitting courtside, every single girl understands their role, embraces their role, and plays to the peak of their abilities because of the buy-in that he gets them to get in.
This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at IrieINS.com. We're going to take a quick time out. We come back. We'll give a little sneak peek preview of the championship game with Kindred and Northern Cass. Then we'll focus a lot more into this third-place game in Region 1. Also, we will keep you updated on what's going on in Region 3. Currently in action right now, Edgeley-Cullum Montpelier going up against Medina Pingree Buchanan in the third-place game. The championship game slated for 7:30 tonight from the Jamestown Civic Center will feature Lemoore Litcho Marion and Lytton HMB. So we will let you know about those scores. 6 region champs already have won as of Thursday. Region 1, Region 3 will find out officially here on this Saturday night to see who will represent the region at the Betty Engelstead Stu Center next week for the State B Girls Basketball Tournament. We'll take a quick time out. We come back after this. We'll give you a little sneak peek of what Kindred and Northern Cass will have to offer in the Region 1 Championship later tonight as well. That's ahead of the starting lineups and the opening tip. It's the third-place game between the Squirrels and the Richland Colts from the Shield Center on your live event.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Welcome to Ada, Minnesota. There's much to offer for new residents and much to do once you're here. Medical facility, living community, and assistant living. A beautiful school campus providing quality education. The Deco Center with a 24-hour fitness center. A community of faith with church and youth programs. Auto dealers, bowling, theater, farm implement and agronomy centers. Banks, retail and service businesses, a radio station, and much more. With employment and housing available. Welcome to the City of Ada to work, raise a family, and relax. Contact the City of Ada for more information.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
As we continue here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, I'm Chase Miller. That's Nathan Hoots, and thanks to Jake again for running the camera. And Nathan, as we take a look at our next championship game between Kindred and Northern Cass, you know, off air we were talking a little bit about the Kindred Vikings and Northern Cass. What happens if Northern Cass wins? Where would you rank them? We'll get to that in a moment. What has made Sam Brandt, Abby Dukeshire, and I'm sure as a coach, you're glad Abby's finally going to be gone out of the region. Taryn Johnson's finally going to be gone out of the region. But what do you look at Kindred, where there is talent, where there is a lot of mouths to feed, and they found a way to buy into their roles? Abby Dukeshire, in the post-game conversation yesterday, said, we all, starting five, have something to bring to the table. From a coaching standpoint, what does that do? And all starting five have five different unique qualities and features that Kindred has.
It makes him impossible to defend. We focused, as Maple River, on trying to take away one thing, and that was forcing them to make shots from the outside. Well, they're a great shooting team. The question for you is, if Abby tried to be just a scorer, how many could she score a game? 30? 35?
And she's done that.
Absolutely, but I think she could do that every single game. She is such an unselfish player. She is the one that feeds all of those mouths with her unselfish play. Their unbelievable ability to cut back door when we get one too many eyeballs focused on her and her drive and kick ability. One too many eyeballs when Taryn gets a touchdown low. Their ability to distribute the basketball is what makes them so good on the offensive end. And defensively, I mean, we could talk for hours about how great they are between their 1-3-1 out of the three-quarter court and their run and jump that just destroys every single coach because it's so hard to break.
And here's the deal. I don't know how many teams in a semifinal, district, section, conference, region, whatever you say, 0 points in the fourth quarter yesterday, and they still won 55-19. And give credit to Sam. She put her starters out. It's the third day of three straight, so you want your starters to be healthy. There's different girls playing with different rotations. You're going up against Megan Rubin, the Schmitz. You're playing against varsity level. But I don't know how many people can say that they've been able to build such a gap and not have to score a field goal or two, Nathan, and still find a way to win by double digits in the margin that Kindred did last night.
Absolutely tremendous. Kudos to them, understanding that they got to play 3 games in 3 days, coming out, jumping on their first 2 opponents early, and then able to cruise and take the foot off the gas in the third quarter and then completely, throttle down in the fourth quarter. She's done a nice job of playing this. She had a plan coming in. You could tell that, hey, this is a completely different tournament when it's not Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But it's, for whoever comes out of the game tonight, it is a great dress rehearsal for next week.
Well, let's take a look at Northern Cass, because this was a question that we asked. Joel and I were talking about yesterday. What happens if Richland or Northern Cass finds themselves in the championship? And what happens if they were to pick off the other gorilla in the region? Northern Cass picks off the number 3 team in the state in the latest poll in Central Cass. Now you get unbeaten, number 1, Kindred coming up. If Northern Cass is able to do the quote-unquote unthinkable and knock off not 1 but 2 giants later tonight, where are they seated in your mind from a coach who has been able to see Region 3, see a little Region 1, coach against Region 2 this year? Do you have to put him in the top 5 poll with only 4 losses, Nathan?
I think you have to factor in how well Region 1 has done at the state tournament the past decade. Between Kindred getting there year after year, Central Cass going back just the last 2 years, and then previously before that, and how successful they've been. I think you can slot Grafton and Langdon in if you want to go 1-2, 2-1, how you want to do that. Why not 3? That's my question. Why not number 3? Maybe you throw Shiloh in there, but I don't know who else you're putting above them. I'm biased being in Region 1. I think you stick Northern Cass in any single region in this state, and they're for sure playing in the region championship game. If not, celebrating and playing next week in Grand Forks.
And that's the deal. Northern Cass maybe been a team that's been under the radar. They had to go and play in the state volleyball tournament, finished runners-up, missed the first week of basketball practice, played a couple of those really tough games in December and early January. Now all of a sudden they rattled off 11 straight wins, and the way that they made it very difficult against Central Cass. The one thing against Kindred, you can't get behind early. If you get behind early, we've seen it before. So just last thing, what is going to be something early on in the championship game that's going to catch your attention to see, is Kindred going to be Kindred, or can Northern Cass put this one into the third and fourth quarter and maybe pull off another upset?
Northern Cass, not many teams run a 2-3 zone. It's going to be exciting to me to see what are they going to try to do? Are they going to try to attack the hoop and get to the free throw line, or are they going to settle and shoot threes? They could do both, but I'm excited to see how does Kindred try to attack that zone. That, to me, is going to be the storyline of the game.
When we come back after this on our Irie Insurance pregame show, we'll get Coach Hoots, again, Nathan, but I like to still call him Coach Hoots' story of the game for the third place between Central Cass and alongside the Richland Colts. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show. It continues after this.
The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
Sometimes it's tough being a dad. Kids grow up fast, don't even want me around anymore. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. Hugs mean a lot to a dad. So, with Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
RDK Enterprises can help with spring preparation this winter. Call them at 701-636-2119 to schedule your meter, planter, and precision planting software repairs and updates. This includes monitoring and control systems, all to help improve your planting, which means improved profits. It pays to plant with precision with RDK Enterprises. Locations in Hillsborough and Drayton, North Dakota. Visit them online at planterdoc.com or call 701-636-2119.
As we continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show, thank you very much for tuning in to the Region 1 Girls Basketball Tournament throughout the last couple of days. We will have coverage again of the Region 1 Boys Basketball Tournament in Wahpeton coming up in a week and a half now. Can't believe I'm saying that because the playing games got moved due to Mother Nature to next Thursday. EDC quarterfinals Tuesday. We got you covered in North Dakota throughout the Red River Valley. Again, Chase Miller, Nathan Hoots, also Jake running the camera. Joel Morgan will be joining us a little bit later on. And, you know, we kind of gave a little sprinkle, a little hint of what's to come tonight in the championship. Let's do the same thing here, Nathan. We were talking a little bit about the programs between Coach Bachman and Coach Olivia Johnson, but let's go over one or two X factors or one or two key players when you have scouted the opposition this season. And I know it was very early when Central Cass played. I think it was the second game or third game for both teams respectively out in Tower City. You know, full court press. You know they're going to run like a bat out of hell, so to speak. They're going to run up and down the floor. Who is the catalyst, though? Who's one or two players that are the person that kind of puts Central Cass over the top with how Coach Bachman likes to coach?
You hate to pick one. To me, it's Riley Holzer, the general of the entire floor. You want to sometimes think you can pressure him, because you want to counter pressure with pressure sometimes. She doesn't allow that to happen. Obviously, you say Central Cass, everybody thinks DeConte Smith, Cotton Trio. But to me, it's Riley Holzer, her ability to play an entire game and be completely satisfied with 4 points, drop 8 assists, and she's got 4 or 5 steals, and she's just a bulldog on defense. I mean, just guards anyone all over the floor, and I think Jay Bachman is beyond impressed with how she'll take on any challenge that he throws at her, and she responds. Whether it's big, small, fast, slow, doesn't matter. She'll guard anybody. So it's hurting me.
On the opposite side, Megan Rube gets a lot of accolades, and rightfully so, for the Richland Colts. Who's a player that maybe doesn't get enough accolades, so to speak, when they play well, when they can get over the hump against a team like Central Cass, maybe get into the second half and find a way to finish third place here tonight? Who's been that player this year, though, for Richland? That is, again, Rube's got a bunch of accolades, and rightfully so, and she's probably going to be in contention for Senior Athlete of the Year, which there's a lot of girls that can kind of put their hand in the ring this year. What is it about Richland, or who is it about Richland that's that second, player or third player that maybe doesn't get noticed enough?
Yeah, for so many years they've been so guard and wing heavy. Elena Schmidt brings such a different style. They can play 4 out, 1 in with her. She can come out and set a pick at the three-point line and draw so much attention when she rolls. She can also pop out to the three-point line. She's got a nice jump shot. Her ability to offensive rebound could cause problems in this game. She's got the size to handle any girl that Central Cass wants to throw at her. So if she can get 5, 6, 7, 8 offensive rebounds tonight and turn those into second chance points for the Colts, that'll keep them close. I completely believe that.
It's the Richland Colts, and alongside the Central Cass Squirrels, the last meeting between these two programs dates back to February 7th, where Central Cass won in Castleton 77-42. It's been 3 straight for Central Cass. Last win for Richland on December 20th of 2018 in Colfax, 67-64. Nathan, final thing on this segment before we wrap it up and kind of take a look at more of the starting lineups in the opening tip here. Across the state of North Dakota, 6 region champs already. You have Grafton up in Region 2, the defending state champ, looking to go back-to-back. Region 4, Langdon's own it. And your heart goes out to Four Winds Minnewacan because it feels like a Northern Cass, so to speak, in Region 1 that's been just punching on the door. And it's 4 straight years that if you're a senior, 4 straight years your season has ended in the region championship by the same team every year. But Langdon, somehow from the start of this season to the end of the season, just keeps getting better. Coach Rob Scheer knows how to, move those chess pieces, and boom, here you go. You look at Region 5, Shiloh Christian now. Again, Quam played for Wilton Wing. Now she plays at Shiloh. So the parochial schools are going to get 0 love at all for the state of North Dakota.
Sure.
Region 6, Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood in a slobberknocker against Bishop Bryan for MLS, first time since 2005 as co-op. Region 7, hey, it's fun to see some new teams. Beulah, since 1989.
That surprised me when I heard that.
Have not made it to state. And then Region 8, Kenmare, the Honkers, making it back-to-back. When you take a look at the state tournament field as it is now, 75%. Is it Grafton's to lose because they're the defending champ in Walker Demers and they have some people? Or is it, hey, you know what, maybe we're not giving some team like Shiloh or maybe someone more out west enough respect that they can make some noise come to Betty next week?
I think the Region 3 champ's going to make some noise.
Okay.
I really do. I could see them being in the 4-5 game, whether it's Linton or Lemoore. I just got to watch the 4th quarter of that Linton game last night against Medina in the Region 3 semi, and it was like it went from up 3 to up 18 in just a snap. That type of team can make noise. If you're excluding the Region 1 team out of this, I mean, Walker Demers she's got to be the best player. So do you give it to the best player? Probably. I'd say Grafton's got to be the team that everybody's gunning for if you exclude Region 1.
Because that's the deal. Once we figure out who's going to be Region 1, we'll go back to that question a little later on in the broadcast tonight. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, I know there's been a lot of talk about 3-class systems, and there's been a lot of talk of the ifs and buts, what you can and can't do. We'll get to that in a different conversation at a different time. But taking a look at this season, there's going to be some new faces, but there's going to be some old faces, which should make, I think, the state tournament next Thursday a lot of fun.
That's sprinkling in a couple new every single year is exciting. But as a fan that gets to go every single year, I do love seeing that towel over Scheer's shoulder every single year when we come and watch. He's a tremendous coach, and that'll be fun, knowing that they've lost so many big-time players in the last couple of years. For them to come back and be able to respond in the region time is really exciting. So I'm looking forward to it, to be able to see new faces when we go, and then hopefully get to cheer on whoever survives tonight.
We're going to take a quick timeout. We come back, we'll get to our final segment, and we'll get what is the key, what is the absolute key in this third-place game for Richland, what is the absolute key in this game for Central Cass with Coach Nathan Hoots of Maple River. I'm Chase Miller. Thanks to Jake Ryan, the camera. It's our Irie Insurance pregame show here on your live event.
All your needs under one roof. The Days Inn and Governor's Water Park in Castleton with cozy hotel rooms, water park, restaurant, and pub all in one location. And they're accepting resumes and interviews for front desk, housekeeping, and restaurant staff. A friendly work environment, competitive pay. Visit the website casinn.com, click on the employment tab, or call 701-347-4524. The Governor's Inn Water Park special this month, half-price wristbands at the water park and 30% off all birthday packages. Much more than just a hotel. The Days Inn and Governor's Water Park in Castleton, 701-347-4524.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As we come back here in our final segment on our Irie Insurance pregame show here in the Region 1 Girls Basketball third place game. For more information, visit Irie Insurance online at IRIEINS.com. We'd like to thank them throughout the season providing our Irie Insurance pregame show. Nathan, taking a look at this game, what is the absolute key when I would ask you if you were the coach in the whiteboard? And I know this stings. Neither team wants to be here. Instead of 48 hours, the wound is still fresh. It's 24 hours compared to what it normally is, but you still have a chance to go out on a win. If you're a senior, it's one more opportunity to play 32 minutes of basketball. So what is the absolute key to start with for the Richland Colts here in terms of what they have to do to get this game into the fourth quarter and try to come away with a win?
Yeah, it's offensive rebounds and taking care of the basketball. If they can control the boards and not allow it to be defensive rebound outlet layup for Central Cass, they have a chance. Controlling tempo. If Rube can get the ball across half court successfully every single time down the floor and get this into a half court game, Richland's got a chance. Central Cass, one word, motivation. Nothing else matters in this game. How motivated are they knowing that the game that they are playing right now doesn't determine whether or not they're playing next week? And if anybody can do it, Jay's going to get them ready to go. But that is the word of the day for Central Cass is motivation.
Yeah, and fans, also the Trail County Economic Development Commission is hosting a job fair from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Wednesday, March the 2nd in Mayville. The event will be held at the Mayville Armory at 332 Center Avenue South. It's free and open to the public, so anyone seeking employment or if anyone is curious about the opportunities available with the Trail County employers is encouraged to attend. Search Trail County Economic Development Commission on their Facebook page for more information. Again, that is the Trail County Economic Development Commission Facebook page. I'm Chase Miller. He's Nathan Hooch. Jake running the camera. Game number 1 of 2 here on your live event. It's the third place game featuring the Central Cass Squirrels and the Richland Colts. And coming up at 8 o'clock tonight, that is the scheduled opening tip right here on your live event as well. It's the Kindred Vikings in search of their first Region 1 title. Doesn't feel as long. It's just been a couple of years, 3 years since 2019. On the opposite side, Northern Cass trying to get there for the first time since 2005 if they can take care of business later tonight. We will talk more about the championship game later on, but right now let's set our sights to this third place game. It's Central Cass. It's Richland. That does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. When we come back, starting lineups and the opening tip from the Shield Center between the Squirrels and the Colts.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Your local Castleton agents, Scott Kramer and Tyler Wasleen, wish the Squirrels the best of luck this postseason.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
The Enderlin Alumni Association promotes the school and community, as over the past few years, Enderlin athletics have been greatly supported by the alumni, from upgrades to the weight room, practice equipment, and technology. The Enderlin Alumni Association hopes to improve the quality of life for students and citizens by giving back to the community and keeping it local. The Enderlin Area School and Enderlin community would like to thank the Enderlin Alumni Association for their generous and continued support. Go Eagles!
From too wet to too dry, we know Mother Nature has the final say on the crop. Count on Irie Insurance to help manage that risk. Irie Insurance has a proven track record with over 30 years of experience as a crop insurance leader. Protect your legacy with the right tools to do the job. Learn more at IrieInsurance.com or by calling your local agent in Devils Lake, Hillsborough, Hope, Mackville, Towner, and West Fargo.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Friday, March 18th at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. 52 of the region's highest quality Red Angus bulls, along with 11 head of April calving heifers. The sale will be broadcast on DV Auction, and you can request a catalog today by emailing gjrangus@feltontel.net. Call them at 701-361-3189. The Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, offering 52 of the region's highest quality Red Angus bulls, along with 11 bred heifers. Friday, March 18th at 1 o'clock.
Olson Accounting offers services for individuals including financial and retirement planning, taxes, estate planning, and elder care. For business, Olson Accounting can help you with a variety of services including payroll, audit, strategic planning, and taxes. Learn more about these services and more to help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
As we come back here, the starting lineups for the Richland Colts: Megan Rube, Megan Lingen, Candy Wagner, Emma Hyen, and Elena Schmidt here for the Richland Colts. Richland head coached by Olivia Johnson with a mark of 10 wins and 11 losses. As we go now to the Central Cass Squirrels. The Squirrels will be the home team on the scoreboard, and we'd like to thank our counterpart, Brad Anderson, for this little note. Junior DeConte Smith, 21 points away from 1,000, so we'll see if she gets there tonight. She's not starting because it's the final game, so a little bit different of a starting lineup with more of a senior-heavy lineup here for head coach Jay Bachman. Kaylee McKinnon, Morgan Lee, Riley Holzer. You're going to have Jalen Cotton and Peyton Nelson as well. All of them, again, are seniors here for the Squirrels. So the Colts: Rube, Lingen, Wagner, Hyen, Schmidt. Central Cass: McKinnon, Lee, Holzer, Cotton, and Nelson. The Central Cass Squirrels 18-3 on the season, and 10-11 here are the Richland Colts. Our officials for this evening's game: Hunter Finkston, Ron Nudell, and Michael Sorley, as we get ready for the opening tip here for the third place game, 4 8-minute quarters and a 35-second shot clock. Chase Miller, Nathan Hoots with the courtside. Jake running the camera. Thank you very much throughout the week for tuning in to the Region 1 Girls Basketball Tournament here on your live event. EDC is next week, Region 1 Boys the week after, and then hopefully Mother Nature will subside and we get to spring here in the Red River Valley. Opening tip is up, and it's won at 6:34 on a Saturday night by the Richland Colts, and Kendi Wagner goes right to the tin. That shot is off the mark. Megan Lingen gets the rebound. Megan Rube up top here. A little man defense by Central Cass. 1-4 set here by the Richland Colts. Throughout the years, we've seen a box and one with some teams on Megan Rube. Lingen's going to drive, looks back door. Nice find, a high-end shot off the mark off the front rim, but another offensive board. Kick out Wagner, 3 is no, and a board comes to Riley Holzer. Other end of the floor now is Holzer in the front court. We'll see what Richland matches up with. They'll go little man defense here for the Colts. Ball goes right-hand side. Cotton right to the key. 3 off the front iron. A board coming underneath. Then we got a tie-up possession will favor Central Cass.
Cotton's ability to be able to shoot from the outside is really just expands that entire offensive set for them. It's unreal what her spacing does to that offense.
As you have a big that's able to shoot. And right now an opportunity for Cotton, and right there she buries one from the left baseline. Jalen Cotton, the 5'11 senior, puts the Squirrels in the scoring column.
Biggest advantage she's going to have over Schmidt is that speed and that athleticism right there it showed.
As for the Richland Colts right now, they'll bring it in the front court as they look back door. Nothing's going to be there. Kennedy Wagner looks to drive and kick. Instead gives it to Megan Rube. Rube at the right wing. Free throw line extended up and over pass to Schmidt, and a body foul on the backside by Morgan Lee trying to front because Schmidt stands at 6'1", and Central Cass right now trying to get on that backside, but a better pass there by Megan Rube to thread the needle.
Yep. They're always in great help side position. That Jay Bachman always has them in an awesome position. That just a tad slow there.
This one will go to Wagner, left wing, free throw line extended. Wagner step through shot from 15 feet, tickles the twine. Kennedy Wagner on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard makes it 2 apiece.
Not afraid to pull from anywhere. So an elbow jumper is green light absolutely for her.
And she's going to be part of the senior class next year here for Richland, so someone that will definitely be on the scouting report.
Absolutely.
Good crossover right to left by Holzer. Still on the floor is Morgan Lee. Holzer around the horn out of McKinnon. McKinnon, and there's a reach and steal by Megan Rube, her first, team's first. Nathan, I think the opening 90 seconds, both teams selling in nicely.
Yep.
Again, for a game that you don't want to be a part of, but it seems like both teams really want to find a way to win this one early on.
Yeah, I'm seeing effort and intensity. You want to see that right away. They're playing solid defense, taking chances. I like to see that early on.
We've seen Richland go a little 1-2-2 zone at times throughout this tournament. McKinnon, right-hand side, thinks about a 3. This one will be just inside the three-point line. Ball gets tipped out right to Riley Holzer, her second board of the evening. McKinnon, high post touch, goes to Jalen Cotton, dribble handoff now, back to McKinnon, backing her defender down. Jalen driving kick to Nelson, shot clock gets to 20 seconds. Morgan Lee gets cut off there, kick to Nelson, three-pointer on the way is long, and Megan Rube gets the board. Rube up the floor to Kennedy Wagner. Wagner in transition, right-handed layup off the backboard for 2. All 4 points for Richland by Miss Kennedy Wagner.
Fantastic look-ahead pass from Rube there. She is unbelievable in the open floor.
Kind of looked like she got shot out of a cannon.
Yeah.
This one will go Central Cass. We got a body foul. This is on Megan Rube. This will be her second. And this is always something you talk about in tournaments when your particular better players get fouls. How does the rest of the team kind of work around him? And that's a big piece being on the bench right now for Coach Johnson.
Well, here's your free 2022-2023 Richland Colt preview right here for the last 5.5 here of the first quarter.
As Blake Miller will check in, three-pointer, left-hand side by Morgan Lee's off the mark. Rebound comes down to Peyton Nelson, goes inside the paint. Holzer, nice pass to Cotton off the backboard. No, this one gets tapped around, and Kennedy Wagner will come up with it. Both coaches right now pacing the sideline of Jay Bachman for Central Cass, Olivia Johnson for the Colts. Richland right now, Blake Miller just inside the line. Jumper, no one boxed Miller out, so she tried to grab the rebound. Instead, it will come down with Morgan Lee.
So shot goes up. Nelson immediately puts her eyes on Schmidt, put a body on her, and got her out of the lane. That was great job by her.
McKinnon, left wing, 3, tickles the twine. Kaylee McKinnon for her 4th made 3. Check that, 5th made 3 of the tournament. The first one from downtown for the Squirrels. And now we are going to have a reach and foul here on McKinnon. They try to double her up there with Morgan Lee. McKinnon will pick up her first and the team's second.
I think you're going to see a lot of pressure here from Central Cass. A lot of trapping of younger guards. Maybe not have seen the ball a whole lot in their hands against pressure with Rube not in the game right now.
As Kennedy Wagner will handle it. And that's probably the right thing, right, from a coach's perspective.
Absolutely.
Hey, if your number 1 point guard's out, let's pick up the press.
Immediately, we are doing that right away, and Jade identified that. And, you know, that's their game plan all the time, but right away.
As Morgan Lee gets the steal, Blake Miller tries to get the block, instead picks up a body foul on top of it. Blake Miller, no relation, by the way. The late, great Scott Miller, when working with him for games on radio, was able to work a number of games with Scotty, and he would always pull that no relation, witty sense of humor pun. So we're going to bring it with him as well here throughout the years of if I'm able to broadcast. Morgan Lee gets free throw attempt number 1. Morgan Lee's shot, Nathan, I would like to bottle it up and sell it because she's an 82% free throw shooter.
Absolutely tremendous. And they've played some pretty big games. So, I mean, 82% means a lot more when you're winning the games at the amount that they are.
4:30 left to play on your Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard in the first quarter. Well, here's the pressure and here's the steal. We've said that a lot over the years for Central Cass, and there's the score. In transition, Jalen Cotton for the 2 points, and that's something Northern Cass did really well last night, was avoiding that trap, was avoiding the transition bucket by Central Cass.
Great trap by Cotton, and she immediately leaks out, and they look for it, and great job by them.
Backdoor on the pass by Schmidt. There is Morgan Lee, jumps to passing lane. So the third turnover in the last 60 seconds here by the Colts. And Jalen Cotton's going to go hard down the paint, pick up a body foul on Elena Schmidt, her first and the team's fourth.
Question for Coach Johnson is, how long do you sit Megan Rube?
Yeah.
Do you sit her the entire first quarter? Because you start to look at the scoreboard and you go 5. If it turns into 10, do you just put her back in and tell her, don't you dare get your third? I mean, it's something she's thinking about right now, absolutely.
And that's the tough one there, because if you do roll the dice and bring her in and if she's at the wrong place at the wrong time,
exactly right.
Now you might not be able to play her for the rest of the half.
Yep.
As DeConte Smith will check in, left wing 3 by Jalen Cotton's off the mark. Lillian Miranowski, a freshman, into the game. Up the floor to Kendi Wagner, who's got all 4 points for Richland. That one out of play. Nice 1-2 combination. That is a bulldog flurry of Holzer and Richter. I would not want to be going after a loose ball if those two were going at it with me.
No regard for their body, for bruises on their legs. Absolutely. They play with so much fire.
Richland looking to inbound. Instead, it's going to be stolen away by DeConte Smith. Bounce pass up the floor to one of the Cotton sisters in Delaney. Inside to Jalen. Nice pass and the score for 2. Jalen Cotton now with 6. Give the sisterly love to Delaney with the assist.
Done that a couple times in the last 4 years, I bet.
I would say so, and so is DeConte Smith with the steal. Looks across the paint. Inside to Delaney. Off the window and count it. Delaney Cotton with an and-one opportunity here for the Central Cass Squirrels. It's a 9-0 run by Central Cass.
Credit to Central Cass right now. They came out. They're not worried about the game that they're playing in right now, and that it essentially means nothing. I don't want to say a third-place game means nothing, but for the future, they came out and they're playing with some high-level basketball right away.
I would say this game feels like an exhibition maybe sometimes because for certain coaches, they utilize it in certain different ways. As Coach Johnson will take a timeout, we'll break with him. With 14-4, it's Central Cass on your Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, up by 10 here midway through the first quarter.
Kate's Kennels, located in Castleton, North Dakota. We offer boarding for all of your furry companions. Whether you're going on vacation or you have an emergency, we are here for you. We know they are a member of your family, and we will treat them as if they were one of our own. Kennel tours are always welcome. Check us out on Facebook at Kate's Kennels or visit our website at kateskennels.com. Give us a call at 701-347-4176 for all your furry friend boarding needs.
Back here on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's the Central Cass Squirrels 14, the Richland Colts 4, here with 3:24 left to play in the first quarter when it was a 4-2 game Richland. Well, it's been 12 straight points by Central Cass, and a lot of it has been points off turnovers from Central Cass.
This aggressive 1-2-2 that they have been known for the last 3 years, it's going to come out and it's going to really rattle Richland unless they get a couple good possessions right here.
Tori Richter picks up the foul, her first, team's first. Kendi Wagner up the floor, double teamed on the near sideline here. Ball will go out of play, last touch off of Wagner as it will go to the Central Cass Squirrels. So there's turnover number 5 that we have Richland down for. Central Cass so far with none, and that's been their MO over the last couple of seasons.
Taking care of the basketball against pressure defense. It's so important in Region 1. Everybody pressures, and they do such a great job of taking care of it.
Claire Cotton, top of the key, 3, rattles in. Claire Cotton becomes the 5th different squirrel in the scoring column, and for Central Cass right now, really having themselves a nice last 4.5 minutes of game action.
Central Cass does such a great job of walling up. When you think of walling up, it's so often you talk about it inside the lane when there's a guy that's coming down the floor. But they do a great job when they get into a trap around the half line. They got a girl taking away the vertical, and they got a girl taking away horizontal. They do a great job of taking away all the passing lanes.
And right now, Richland, as much as we're talking about the turnovers, it's got to get some stops right now. If you're the Colts, coming through the lane is going to be Richter. Kick out, Cotton, three-pointer off the mark. Ball tapped out of play into the Richland Colts. And, well, back on the floor right now is Megan Rube, to your point, wondering how much is too much. And Coach Johnson said that was too much when it got up to double digits.
I agree with her. It's so often the school of thought is you take your girl out when she's got 2, but when you're as valuable as she is, it's almost like you're playing into the opposing team's hands when you take her out.
Claire Cotton able to get the steal. Little 2-on-2, crosses over right to left. Left-handed layup off the mark. No, Delaney tries to get it. Claire instead gives it back to Delaney. And this one will be DeConte Smith from the left baseline, now 19 away from 1,000.
You can see early on Richland's idea, their philosophy today is taking away the dribble drive, but that's opening up a ton of outside shots for Central Cass.
As we have another turnover here, going the other way is Claire Cotton. Tries to Blake Miller for the end one. Blake Miller will get called for the foul, her third, team sixth, and getting the end one opportunity is Claire Cotton, a 62% free throw shooter, and the Squirrels have opened this one up in the first quarter.
Every single pass they're jumping it. Richland's got to do a better job of pump faking and reversing and trying to get the trap to come, reverse it around and go up the floor on the other end. It's not working right now.
Central Cass Squirrels, just a team. By the way, as a coach, I just got to ask this because I like different shoe variations in terms of color. Do you like the shoe colors that we see here, or are you more of a one color fits all type of team?
For my first 3 years of coaching, I was, if you don't wear our school colors or black, don't wear them. And boy, I got more flack and pictures from girls saying, hey, let me wear these. I completely threw away the handbook on that one because the girls love being able to. We got pink, we got teal, we got yellow and orange and red and half-colored shoes. The girls love their unique and individuality.
I feel like a reading rainbow, but, in terms of shoes a little bit there. From an administrator point of view, I think you like the reading rainbow.
Yeah, that's great, yes.
Turnover there on the Richland Colts. And that's the one thing with turnovers, too. You just can't get a shot off. So your shots, you're just not getting an opportunity to, one, get to the free throw line, two, a driving kick action like we're seeing here by the Cotton sisters, and that's really the big thing for those turnovers.
Exactly. As a coach, you want to try to at least have a 2-to-1 ratio shot attempts to turnovers. Against teams that aren't pressuring, you want to look to more like 3-to-1. But right now, they got to get a couple good possessions strung together here.
DeConte Smith with another jumper, and if she can continue to add on to that in her senior season, look out, because she's got a lot of good skills, and she can add the shot. And DeConte Smith gets on the floor, so does Cotton. Nice pass, and here comes a streaking layup the other way, and that's going to be a right-handed layup for Delaney. Delaney Cotton now with 4, and it's all Squirrels in this first quarter.
Tremendous job of jumping passing lanes. Every single time the ball's in the air, there's 2 Squirrels just sitting there waiting to eat it up.
Since it was a 4-2 lead for Richland, the last 24 points have been scored by Central Cass. And this is the type of performance that a lot of people were expecting to see, maybe even last night against Northern Cass. The first time they met, Central Cass, an emphatic 25-plus point victory, as we have a deep 2-pointer on the way by Lingen off the mark, and a rebound by Claire Cotton.
An advantage that I thought Richland might have is getting post touches with Schmidt. I don't think she's touched the ball inside the lane yet this game.
Ball goes right-hand side to Morgan Lee. Little pick-and-roll action there. Nothing there. DeConte Smith, top of the key, steps into a 3. Splash City. That shot is pretty. DeConte Smith with 7.
She's impossible to guard without a jumper. You throw that in there, she's like Giannis when he finally figured out how to shoot. She's impossible to defend.
Rube able to get the 2 points, working with it the other way. Here comes Cotton down the paint, lost it on her way up. Ball goes out of play into the Richland Colts. So good news there for Richland, able to get 2 points. But right now they're really going to have to pick up this little segments of a game, so to speak, where you got to win the next 4 minutes, and they're just kind of come into the deficit a little bit.
Exactly right. I haven't seen one time yet where they've gotten. There we go. We got a little bit of a reversal. Got the trap to move to one side. Now we got a little bit of running lane.
Rube driving kick, left-hand side, and now they got to try to get a shot off before the end of the quarter here. Wagner gets the 3 off, but off the mark, and that's how we end this first quarter of play on your Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's Central Cass up by 23 here on your live event.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
Jake Watcherbaugh running the camera up top. Chase Miller, Nathan Hoots with you, the 1-2 combination. Courtside as the Richland Colts will inbound the basketball here to start this second quarter with Megan Rube here at center court to start our next 8 minutes of action before we get to the half. Take a look at the first half numbers and get you set for what the championship game will offer later tonight. Megan Rube on the inside of Schmidt. There comes a double team on the little give and go action. Dribble pullback three by Megan Rube is off the iron, and a rebound comes down to Tori Richter. Richter wants to run. Oh, what a honey of a pass to a streaking Jalen Cotton. And when the big runs, you feed her. Cotton with 8.
I was just going to say, as a coach, you love seeing your big want to run right to the rim. And that was a beautiful find and finish.
That's one where you say the front of the rim to the other front of the rim. It's just a straight line, right,
yep,
Nathan?
Exactly right. Shortest distance between two spots.
Wagner with it between the circles right now. Little pass to Lingen on the right-hand side. A 1-4 set here. Rube trying to set the ball screen. Lingen will have to pick it up. Shot clock down to 15 seconds. Rube will handle it. Inside pass to Schmidt. Power dribble on the baseline. Good move. Just unable to get that one to rattle in. And a rebound to Taylor Severson, the 5'11 junior forward. Cotton finds Holzer. Nice passing in the paint. That one rattles out. And Elena Schmidt gets the rebound.
First time down on this end that Schmidt got a touch without getting doubled. And then I'm assuming that was a mistake by Central Cass. Won't happen again.
Right-hand side, Lingen, open three. She'll shoot it off the front iron. Schmidt with an offensive board. Schmidt had 17 rebounds in the win against Sargent County back in the quarterfinals on Thursday.
She was an absolute force in that game, and as soon as Annika Nelson went out with foul trouble, she became the most dominant player on the floor.
Schmidt almost had a nice wraparound pass there to Miranowski. Now back to Lingen here with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Megan Rube posting up on the interior. Rube will handle it. Hang, shoot, fadeaway floater from 10 off the mark as Schmidt went down to the floor hard. She looks to be all right, but Megan Rube, and there's that third personal foul that we were talking of, and Megan Rube more than likely will have to come out here with head coach Olivia Johnson.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You hate as a coach to see a foul that's 90 feet away from the basket and right there. That was a bit of a frustration foul, I think. Shots aren't going in, and you look to try to get the ball back and get an easy one, and unfortunately got a little more skin than ball.
And the other problem is you put Central Cass into the bonus, now shooting the 1-and-1 with Peyton Nelson, a 5'7 senior, will check into the contest here for Central Cass in terms of shooting at the free throw line. Free throw attempt number 1 off the back heel of the iron, and Hyen clears the rebound. So back to the same thing that we were talking about in the first half, which is where do you go when Megan Rube is not in the game here for Richland. And Riley Holzer says, well, you go right to me for a steal so I can put it up the floor.
You see Schmidt getting worked on a little bit over there by the trainer. Hopefully everything's all right with her.
Ball goes left-hand side. Yeah, Schmidt took a hard, and it looks like they're working on her wrist right now. Ball at the top of the key. This one gets ripped through left-hand side as they're going to handle it there with Severson. Shot up and shot good. Jalen Cotton gets the 2 points there for Central Cass, now in double digits with 10. The first one into that double-digit plateau here tonight in the third place game. Central Cass trying to get to 19-3 on the season. Well, on the other side, the Richland Colts trying to finish the year in even 500 if they could come back in this one at 11-11. But right now, the turnover bug is costing Richland up the other end. The floor, right-handed layup for 2 by Tori Richter, her first 2 points of the evening.
Central Cass doing a really good job of the girl that's getting the deflection isn't going for the steal. She's leaking out and running, and then the next girl's coming up, finishing off the steal and outletting it. They're doing a great job with that.
If Central Cass is able to win here, it'll be the third consecutive season where they've had 19 or more wins. Shot is off the front iron, no good by Hyen. Rebound underneath, tossle for, and it will be a Central Cass jump ball.
Peyton Nelson's done a great job of defending in the post so far. She's brought energy, and a lot of loose ball pickups. And she had that steal right there in the outlet. She's done a great job for him, give him great minutes.
Coming up at the half, we'll let you know what's going on out in Region 3. Also, EDC girls and boys basketball getting played today, and also a state hockey championship. As a basketball coach, did you ever play hockey?
Not a chance. I haven't even ever put skates on in my life.
Sounds about right. And if you'd ask a hockey player, have you ever played basketball? Yeah, in Phi Ed. That'd be about
they're
it.
the ones that have the worst jumpers in the gym.
Riley Holzer shot up and shot good. Riley Holzer now with her first 2 points. But the hockey players do have that hair. That's something they do have.
They certainly do, yes.
Megan Lingen in the front court will handle it right-hand side now to Miranowski. Miranowski looking to drive, and there's a reaching foul, but Central Cass had couple more to give here. That's just going to be their fourth of the game. Foul will be on Morgan Lee. Her second is checking in for Richland will be Blake Miller. Richland right now, a very similar situation they found themselves in yesterday against Kindred, down 22-5 early, and Kindred just never let off the gas pedal, and that's what Central Cass is trying to do here tonight in this third place game. Miller goes down the paint, good-looking move, and she finishes with the left hand. Blake Miller with her first 2 points.
That was a great move, using the left hand to finish it. Well done.
DeConte Smith, right-hand side, finds Morgan Lee open, so why not shoot it and why not bury it? Morgan Lee for 3. That's her third of the tournament. She's got 5.
Richland going a little zone without their top 2 defenders out there, and that's going to open up a lot of good looks for Central Cass from the outside.
As we have a traveling violation right at center court by Miller. As checking into the contest now will be Cotton and McKinnon here, as we'll have another Cotton trying to inbound it right in front of us. As going in here will be Kaylee McKinnon to the top here. Again, that little zone. What would you call it? A 1-2-2?
Yeah, I'd call it a 1-2-2, absolutely. Yeah. Wings cover the corner and leave your bigs in the middle. Patrol the paint. But you're going to give up some looks in the corner. That's what you're looking for right there.
There's that corner look to Morgan Lee, and she gets fouled on the clear-out box-up by Miranowski. Her first, team's 8th, and the question is, again, is it in the act of shooting or was it on the floor? Because if it's in the act of shooting, you have 3. If not, you're going to have a bonus opportunity here.
I think he called it on the box out.
And those are tough to kind of find, because if you're coming down, you have to allow a space for the shooter. But if the shooter does come down, you still can't give him a hip check, so to speak, on a clear.
Exactly right. I think he did a good job of she came down, then the box out was a little aggressive. And so we're shooting 1-and-1 instead of 3.
Morgan Lee buries the first. Well, she's 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Now she's shooting 2. So she'll go to the stripe here. All Central Cass early in this first half in the Region 1 third place game. Morgan Lee able to bury the second one as well, now with 7 points in the game here for the Squirrels. Megan Rube in the front court on this man defense here by Central Cass. Rube on the driving kick, leaves it left-hand side, Miller, and then Megan Rube, and there's the foul. Just tripping up a little bit there was McKinnon. Kaylee will pick up her second, team's 5th.
Need to see all 5 girls from Richland looking to score when they get the ball. Too many times they're catching it in the corner. They're not looking at the hoop. They're looking right back for Rube rather than the hoop. Makes them a little easier to defend. And unfortunately, when you have a player of her caliber with 2,000 points, you look to her because you figure she's going to have a better chance of putting the ball in the hole than you.
Also, Megan Rube just needs 2 more points to get to 400 this season in one single year here for the Richland Colts, and she has played a lot of varsity minutes wearing that powder blue uniform over the season down in Colfax. Rube double team, kick out, works around the horn now for Richland. This goes right-hand side to Miller. Miller takes not 1 but 2 ball screens. Left-hand side open three-pointer coming by Sydney Loff is off the mark. Backside rebound, high and no. Underneath now goes to Central Cass with Claire Cotton. Opportunity there for Richland. Had some good looks, just unable to capitalize. McKinnon, she'll shoot it and she'll drop it. Kaylee McKinnon with her 6th-3 of the tournament.
Careful, we're on 100 watch.
It's one of those games where it's 45-8. Everything can go absolutely right for the team in white and red and everything. Well, Richland, this looks like a carbon copy of last night against the Kindred Vikings right now, if you feel like you're a Richland Colts fan, as we have a foul. This will be on the floor, and that was the last one to give for Central Cass. DeConte Smith, her first, and the team's 6th.
That double high pick that Richland runs really gave a lot of teams fits this year, because do you roll with Schmidt and do you go underneath that screen? Do you drop your big girl to stay underneath? But then Rube just sits and takes her time and makes the best play every single time she's got it.
Megan Rube tries to spin. She's underneath the rim, so she gets a pass off. Shot off the mark, no good by Allison High, and ball tipped out of play in 2, the Central Cass Squirrels.
You can see some frustration starting to build up. If it's not already there, it's building right now. They need a couple buckets here.
And this is the time of the year too where it's your final game.
Exactly right.
And whether you win, lose, you want to go out on a high note in terms of a personal, but also a team recognition. And Central Cass has definitely done that so far here in this first half. McKinnon, why not? Shoots another one. Oh, McKinnon, get the heat check. She's got her third made three.
Central Cass is doing a great job of identifying where the weakness is in that defense. You get a high post or a low post touch against a 1-2-2, the opposite corner is wide open. DeConte knew that as soon as she touched it.
I think Jay Botman's pretty relaxed hanging out on the bench right now.
He looks he looks pretty comfortable right now, yes.
As Delaney Cotton gets the rebound here, Kenny Wagner almost came right into your living room and going down the paint, and there's an offensive charge. Good defense by Blake Miller staying her ground.
That was a great job. Didn't quite get enough horizontal movement on that Euro step from her. If she would have gotten maybe another 6 inches, she would have been all right, but caught her with that inside knee.
How has the Euro step changed the game even at the high school level? We saw it with the NBA level, and then it's trickled down, but now we're seeing even high school girls and boys do
I
it.
spend legitimate time in practice putting up. We got dummies that we set up, and we work on going around it, because if a girl can get horizontal movement to avoid that charge, it is the most indefensible move in the open floor in the game of basketball. And it's come in a hurry to high school basketball.
Megan Rube will rip it through right to left, tries to spin. There's a blocking foul here. This will be on Riley Holzer, her first, team's ace. So this will put Megan Rube, who is 2 points away from trying to reach 400 at the free throw line, as she will get a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Megan Rube. And Megan Rube is a Division II athlete. Central Cass has a myriad of players, whether they go collegiate or not. And coming up later tonight, we're going to see some college athletic talent as well, as Megan Rube hits free throw attempt number 1. You think Carla Nelson blanketed, Richland, Kindred, Fargo pretty well. Addie Wagner, Megan Rube, Taryn Johnson all heading over to Dragonville next year.
They are going to be fun to watch, and recruiting local fills the gym. When you get families that want to come watch, and you get everybody coming out to see girls that you've watched for the last 4 years. I'm super excited to be able to watch them in the coming 4 years.
And congratulations to Megan Rube, 400 points here on the season, but now her dribble is thrown away by DeConte Smith up the other end of the floor to Jalen Cotton. Cotton now with 16 points, but Megan Rube broke her own school record this year that she held last year as a junior, so now she's just adding on to it, 400 and plus. We'll see if she can get there here later. Well, she wants it now, three-pointer off the mark, and going underneath the screen, you'll give a really good shooter even that deeper range in high school that opportunity.
You have to, because typically long shots result in long rebounds, which turn into runouts. So, but on the previous play, what emulates the entire Squirrel program is they make another three.
Riley Holzer.
DeConte gets to steal. It's 3-on-0. Instead of taking it herself, she shovels it forward for Jalen, the senior, to get a layup in her last game. I love seeing that.
Backdoor on the find to Megan Rube on the assist by Wagner, going straight up as Jalen Cotton, and alongside with her was Riley Holzer. Cotton gets the rebound. Holzer on the drive. Holzer up. There's a Euro step. That one off the mark, though, and it goes to the Richland Colts.
Last couple of years, we've tried at Maple River. You get out in the open floor, get your first two girls to run to the corners. That allows all of that space for your point guard. Central Cass did that beautifully. She had a one-on-one. It's exactly what you want. If you can get one-on-one on the open floor, you got to take your chances high school basketball.
As we have a turnover here as that one goes into the Central Cass bench. 18.8 seconds left to play here in the first half. It's the Central Cass Squirrels 52, the Richland Colts 10 right now. As Coach Jay Bachman might be talking to maybe whether it's about a foul situation, timeouts, or double backing potentially on points there with the scores table.
See if he's got something fancy
fouls
drawn up here.
We'll see DeConte Smith looks inside on this zone. Cotton's going to shoot the three left wing triple off the mark. No, DeConte Smith, though, able to get the rebound with that length and athleticism. Now to Holzer, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Holzer through the paint off the front iron. That's how we'll end our first half of play. After one half of play, it's Central Cass 52, the Richland Colts 10 for the Central Cass Squirrels. 29 points in the first quarter, 23 points in the second quarter for the Richland Colts, 6 points in the first and 4 points in the second. We'll get to our halftime show on your Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's all Squirrels here in the Region 1 third place game.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
The team at Maple River Granite Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Granite Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
The Maple Valley Parents Organization is an organization whose main purpose is to support all Maple Valley student activities, to promote a healthy environment and attitudes for the youth. Their aim is to encourage growth and interest in these areas by supporting them in a sportsmanlike manner. The Maple Valley Parents Organization is open to anyone. If you'd like to become a member or see upcoming events, like their Facebook page by searching Maple Valley Parents Organization on Facebook.
Mindak Market is located in the J.C. Penney wing of the West Acres Mall in Fargo with over 4,000 square feet of localness. Greg, Susan, Katie, Sarah Melody, and staff are proud to promote local products from North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota. You'll see everything from honey and jams, puzzles, and year-round gift baskets at Mindak Market. Stop by the store in West Acres or check out their website at mindakmarket.com. That's mindakmarket.com to shop and order online.
On your Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's all Central Cass. They average 66 points per game. They nearly got it in the first 16 minutes, 53-10 over the Richland Colts. 8 different players in the scoring column for Central Cass, led by the 12 of Jalen Cotton. For Richland, 3 players in the scoring column, 4 points by Ruben, 4 points by Kendi Wagner. It was 4-2. Both teams came out, back and forth trying to find their rhythm. But once they got Kendi Wagner's transition bucket, Central Cass applied the pressure. Megan Rube went out with her second foul, and that's when Central Cass just went on an avalanche of a run.
Central Cass is built for a 3-game and 3-day type of tournament like this, where not many girls have played more than 20 to 25 minutes each of the first 2 nights. They're fresh. They play with a ton of energy, and credit to the girls and credit to the coaches for getting them to come out and play with the effort that they have in this first half.
It's the one thing, if you're going to the locker room, if you're Jay Botman, it's let's finish. Yep. Let's find a way to get these seniors on the right note one more time. On the opposite side, it's not so much of a moral game anymore for Richland because you're a competitor, you want to win. But how do you put the seniors and this crew out on the right note for the final 16 minutes, even though you put yourself in such a monumental hole? You almost have to have everything go right for you to come back. But there's still 16 more minutes with this team. If you're Coach Johnson, what is your message in the locker room right now?
Keep battling. Make it look like every single possession is the last possession of your life, and work as hard as you possibly can and enjoy the moment of being able to play in this gym in front of this group that we have here on TV and have fun. I mean, enjoy it. 2 things are going through your mind. You want to get as many minutes for the younger girls as possible because every second you get on this floor is extremely important for building your program for next year and making sure you get those seniors out on a dead ball so that they can get that ovation from the crowd that they obviously deserve for how well they've done these last 4 years.
Coming up next, we're going to get to the championship game featuring the Kinder Vikings and Northern Cass. I know we talked about in the pregame for the folks that are just joining us, Nathan, what is going to be something that you're going to watch out for from either a Viking or Jake's perspective in that contest once that ball gets tipped at around 8 o'clock tonight?
Handling pressure early on by Northern Cass is going to be so important. They need to prove to themselves that they can handle this, that last night was not a fluke. They have the athletes to do it. They have the guards to handle the pressure. They have the height. They have the defensive ability and the defensive uniqueness of playing that 2-3 zone that you don't see a whole lot. And it's going to force Kindred, without a practice, to be able to handle a different type of zone that they probably haven't seen. Sure. It could be a month, could be 6 weeks. Maybe it was before Christmas the last time they saw a 2-3 zone. I've played 2-3 zone against them in the past. And gone away from it in a hurry because they are extremely good at drive, kick, and hitting the corners and throwing the skip passes that a lot of athletes in the state can't make. And then they're tremendous shooters.
It's going to be fun to see what happens later tonight. But first, we'll take a quick time out. We come back after this. We'll take a look at the first half numbers. Central Cass in the 3rd place Region 1 girls basketball game leads it 53-10 on your Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Going to NDSCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
North Star Ag is your premier full-service short-line machinery dealer. Whether it's equipment sales, parts, or service, North Star Ag carries a full range of equipment from leading brands such as Meridian, Brandt, and Salford Valmar. The North Star team is here to help you year-round. Learn more at northstar-ag.com. That's northstar-ag.com. Or visit them at their Tower City facility. North Star Ag, committed to quality, committed to you. The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relations, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online at northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
Making a difference and impacting lives comes together when you study to become a nurse at Lake Region State College. Our nursing program is available in Mayville, Grand Forks, and Devils Lake. Find out more today. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Olson Accounting offers services for individuals including financial and retirement planning, taxes, estate planning, and elder care. For business, Olson Accounting can help you with a variety of services including payroll, audit, strategic planning, and taxes. Learn more about these services and more to help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
The Command IQ app helps me manage the Wi-Fi in every room of the house however I want. Like this room, where my wife talks to her friends in her book club every week.
Oh. Darla? Honey, my Wi-Fi is down. That never happens.
Well, that's strange. Well, we'll see if we can get someone to come fix it next month. Command IQ, you're my new best friend.
As we come back here in our halftime show, let's take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. Region 3 third-place game, Edgeley-Cullum Montpelier right now over Medina Pingree Buchanan at 20-8 is the advantage there. In the third-place game coming up later tonight, you have Lemoore Litchfield Marion and Linton HMB. In the EDC from earlier today, in the girls portion, you have Devils Lake over Grand Forks Central 76-52. Fargo North over Fargo South 70-43. Valley City and Wapaton curling in action. On the boys' side, all finals. Grand Forks Central picks up a win over Devils Lake by 9 on the boys' side. South defeats Wapaton by 6. And North all over Valley City 98-58. So the quarterfinals on Tuesday be number 1 seed number 1 seed Fargo Davies hosting 8-seeded Central. 4-seeded Red River hosting 5-seeded Shanley. Number 2 Cheyenne hosting number 7 North, and number 3 West Fargo against number 6 Fargo North. Fargo South will be at West Fargo Cheyenne. On the opposite side, once the Wapaton game comes officially final with Valley City, we will let you know what's coming up on Tuesday for the EDC girls quarterfinals. We'll have some of those games for you right here on your live event that's at a higher seed, and then also all the EDC games Thursday, Friday, and Saturday next week. And Nathan, speaking of higher seeds, from a coaching perspective, the EDC has the play-in quarterfinals. Regular season means something. Do you like that Region 1 means something for a play-in as well? I know a couple years ago, everyone got to play in the Shield Center for a year or two, and then it kind of went back to, well, let's make the regular season mean a little bit something from a coach's perspective. Is that a high goal that, hey, if there's an opportunity, if we can't be a 4 seed or a higher, that, hey, we can at least play for one more game for the seniors on our home court?
That was absolutely a goal for us this year, was to make sure that we were playing at home in that first round. It is such a big advantage to walk into your gym at 6 o'clock rather than travel on the road. We've traveled some long distances for our first round game. So Hankinson, Gwinner, they're not exactly a 10-minute jaunt on a bus. So it's a big advantage playing at home in those games. Now, so there's two things to look at. You can look at it, you're gonna get more people in a gym playing in a home venue rather than playing here or at NDSCS. But do you value being able to play on a college-style floor? My last one that we had was at home, so I'm going to say I love being the first-round host. But it's been tough when we've been what I think really close to winning those games, and the difference could have been playing on a neutral floor versus playing here. So it's a toss-up. Every region does it their way. I'm a fan of being able to play it at home because every single game then matters.
Without question. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to the second half action next here on your live event.
Contact the guys at RDK Enterprises before the winter breaks to spring and your equipment isn't ready for the field. RDK Enterprises specializes in seed meter calibration, planter maintenance, and they have the full line of precision planting products. Call them up and schedule your maintenance or software updates at 701-636-2119. They're more than happy to talk about any other issues that may be affecting your precision planting. Spring is closer than you think, and RDK Enterprises in Hillsborough and Drayton can help you out. 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
As we come back here, the Central Cass Squirrels and the Richland Colts to start this second half of the third place game here in the Region 1 Girls Basketball Tournament. Megan Rube to inbound it. Right in front there of Kennedy Wagner. Rube goes right-hand side, goes hard down the paint. Nice runner. Gets thought she was going to get the roll to go down for two. Instead, it comes down with Jalen Cotton for the rebound here for Central Cass.
Like to see the best player on the floor getting a good look in the first possession of the half.
Morgan Lee, Jalen Cotton, Peyton Nelson, Kayla McKinnon, Riley Holzer, and we're going to get, I think, an illegal screen potentially here before the shot, or was someone trying to get through? I think Kennedy Wagner was trying to get through Kayla McKinnon, and there was the three-pointer by Peyton Nelson, and Jay Bodman's going, hey, you got to let the three go. You got to accept the three. Instead, the shot will be denied, and now we'll have to do it all over again. So Wagner trying to get through the screen will get called for the foul. That'll be her first, team's first in the second half. Three-pointer comes by McKinnon. That's short. Rebound, though, by Nelson. Shot is up and in for two. Jalen Cotton with 14 points. You have 8 by Morgan Lee, 9 by McKinnon to lead the floor here for Central Cass. 0 turnovers in the first half. 7 made threes, and they went 5 of 6 from the free throw line. In comparison for Richland, 3 players in the scoring column led by the 4 points of Wagner and Rube. Three-pointer on the way. That is good by Megan Lingen. Now make it 4 players in the scoring column. That's their first 3. They went 2 of 2 from the free throw line in the first half, but they had 14 turnovers we had them down for.
What I love seeing in these first couple possessions is just watching Central Cass's bench. They are having a lot of fun right now, and I'm really glad that they're able to do that. These seniors are going to be able to go out on the right foot then.
Jalen Cotton shot off the mark. Kenny Wagner tries to get the rebound. It gets tipped out to Blake Miller, as Miller will come down with it now on the near sideline, looking to drive as she does. Good defense by Jalen Cotton coming from the back and putting her hand on top of the basketball as she gets the deflection. As Megan Rube will inbound it to the left of the baseline here for the Richland Colts. Rube on the baseline will try to get it in before a 5-second call. Does with a second to spare with Emma Hyen. This one goes left-hand side to Miller. Miller looking on the inside. Gives a bounce pass, and Peyton Nelson almost gets the steal. It's still loose 4. Bounce pass goes to Megan Lingen on the right baseline. She gets cut off there. Candy Wagner looking for a dribble pull back now to Rube. Rube top of the key. Three-pointer on the way off the mark, and a board to Morgan Lee, but there was Megan Lingen, and it will stay with the Richland Colts.
Every time Rube puts the ball up in the air, you think it's going in, and it's a surprise when it doesnling go in. And when it doesn't go in, it's such a soft fall off the rim, allows for so many offensive rebounds.
That old shooter's touch that you call about. Ling as getting it in before a 5 count was Rube. Somehow finds Wagner in front of the bench. Wagner's shot, though, is blocked by Jalen Cotton, and Cotton will come down with it.
All of my inbound plays that I have in my playbook have a bailout girl, but I don't usually put them in the opposite corner up by the half line. That was a little interesting.
Three-pointer on the way by Jalen Cotton. That one's off the heel of the rim. Rebound tapped out to Kenny Wagner. Wagner gets her 3rd rebound. Also in Class B girls basketball, something different than Class A. If it is a 30-plus point margin going to the final quarter, there will be running time and mercy rule. Turnaround jumper is good by Megan Rube. Such a tough shot as she's able to fade away, lean back, and get the 2 points.
That expansion of her game is going to help her so much at the next level, being able to take maybe some smaller guards down into the post.
And tic-tac-toe passing. Peyton Nelson with the assist. Jalen Cotton with the 2 points. She's got 16. Jalen Cotton with 36 points here in the tournament. Ball goes left-hand side. Interior to Rube. Double team comes now. Triple team comes. Kick out left hand. High and deep two-pointer long. Rebound comes to McKinnon, her first. Up the near sideline is Holzer at the 5-minute mark on your Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard in the third quarter. Holzer shot off the mark. Cotton there gets smugged, and she'll go to the line. Lingen picks up the foul.
You never want to question any effort, but there were some slow feet on defense right there. It's really hard to be able to summon all of your energy to play when you're down 42 in the third quarter. We just hope that we can keep up with that effort.
As this
2.5 quarters, or quarter and a half.
This will be Jalen Cotton free throw attempt. That one rattles out. Substitution on the floor for Richland. Well, coming in will be Lillian Miranowski. Yeah, and it's just tough because if you're Richland, you win in the quarter. You win in the play-in game against Oak Grove, 52-26. You had a back-and-forth affair with Sargent County, able to come back and win 52-42. And then your last two games here, Kenwood took advantage and took advantage of a lot of steals and runs. And then here comes Central Cass, and just two games that you don't want to leave on a sour taste. As Megan Rube says, "Well, I'll shoot one from the top of the key. Nice ankle cross, and now with 9."
Yeah, that's exactly right. Coaches always talk about it. Would you rather go out with a really hard, tough loss or end up being in the position that Richland finds themselves in, where they go out with two, wider margin losses? Coaches argue both ways.
Will shoot the 3 off the mark. Rebound, Jalen Cotton for 2. Yeah, and that's just tough to figure out which one would you want. Either you don't want a loss regardless, right, from your competitive side.
Completely agree. And found out this year had a big win in the back-to-back threes. We found it with her here.
Megan Rube. Well, yeah, Banks open. I don't know if it's really open on a Saturday at 7:20, but regardless, second made 3 here of the quarter and of the game, now in double figures to lead the floor for the Colts with 12. This one, Holzer, hard down Main Street, kick out right-hand side. Morgan Lee, right pocket. That one off the mark. Rebound, Cotton. Well, she lost it going on her way up, as that's going to be with Megan Lingen up the other floor. Megan Rube. Rube to left block off the window for 2, and Rube just like that with 14 points.
Such a little thing, but her body control when she leaves the floor, being able to keep herself square to the rim the whole time is unbelievable.
And all of a sudden, the Richland Colts have owned the last 90 seconds of this third quarter, particularly Megan Rube doing the damage. Squirrels go hard down the paint. We're going to have a foul. Morgan Lee will go to the free throw line. Lee, so far in this tournament, or in this game, 4 of 4 from the line. The Squirrels as a team are 6 of 8 from the Charity Tribe.
A couple things that have got Richland, rolling here in the last couple minutes is they're getting every single defensive rebound. Holding Central Cass to 1 shot and done has been really important.
Blake Miller will pick up the foul, her first, team's 4th. As we get a couple more substitutions coming in here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Delaney Cotton's on the floor. You have DeConte Smith back on, Claire Cotton as well. For the Richland Colts, they'll make a substitution as Allison Hine will check in. Tori Richter will check in now for the aforementioned Morgan Lee shooting the free throw. Lee now with 9 points. Megan Rube, though, nice to see, though, in the backcourt. They're still smiling even though in a game like this.
Right. You got to get a heat check on this possession, right?
Megan Rube went hard down the paint. Able to have a little conversation there with Megan Lingen, both seniors here. You got a foul. This will be on Kaylee McKinnon, her 3rd, team's 1st on the Central Cass Squirrels. As this one will go on the interior, we got a loose ball. That'll be a turnover. Going the other way is DeConte Smith. And Smith, nice pass across the paint. The unselfishness of DeConte. Finishing for the 2 points is Tori Richter.
Coach Olivia Johnson's just got to be throwing her hands in the air. You run a great play on the baseline out of bounds there, but DeConte comes over and blocks it when she's not even a part of the action. It's unreal.
Tori Richter gets the steal, goes the other way. It's a 3-on-2. Richter bounce pass to McKinnon. McKinnon looks for a trailing teammate. That's DeConte Smith. DeConte Smith goes right back to McKinnon. McKinnon a hard couple dribbles. Finds Smith left of the key. 3 off the iron. Rebound comes down to Delaney Cotton. Cotton on the right-hand side finds DeConte Smith, and she gets 2 points. DeConte Smith, I'm not sure if she'll get there, but 9 points, currently 12 away from 1,000.
No, Elena Schmidt has been a big difference here. Haven't seen her since, early in the second quarter. They don't have a whole lot of post presence, both offensively and defensively. A lot of driving lanes for the Squirrels.
As Sydney Loff is going to look to drive, can't. This one, dribble, left-hand side, Lingen. Lingen on the interior, looking inside, nothing there. And now it's going to go to the Central Cass Squirrels and a turnover. Here comes Central Cass with Cotton. Cotton goes to Cotton. That's Delaney to Claire, and Claire gets the 2 points.
Great adjustment by the Squirrels. A lot of block charge calls on the last couple possessions. Pulled up, jump stop about 12 feet, made a nice fundamental bounce pass and an easy jumper.
Megan Rube will leave it left-hand side. Will handle it now to Cindy Loff. Roof coming through as Rube will handle it there. Spin from the baseline is short. Rebound underneath, and good to see Allison Hyen trying to work on the interior. Nothing, and Emma Hyen, and yeah, to your point, haven't seen Elena Schmidt here. And, you know, Elena, such a key integral part, that 6'1" freshman forward, as we have a timeout on the floor. We'll get to more of that point on the way back here as the Central Cass Squirrels lead it over the Richland Colts here in the Region 1 Girls third place game.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern's North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
See your future come together at Lake Region State College. Train for in-demand careers, part-time, full-time, or online. At Lake Region State College, we change lives.
As we come back here, Chase Miller, you have Nathan Hoots, Jake Watraba running the camera there back at center court. We were talking about, again, Elena Schmidt, the freshman center, before the timeout by the Richland Colts, as we have an opportunity here by Richland, as right now they're playing a little 2-3 zone. Right-hand side, deep two-pointer on the way by Central Cass is good. Camry Nelson off the bench for 2. But how big of is that, whether it's a role player, a starter, someone who gets injured, gets looked at, comes out of the game, from a coaching standpoint, do you feel that, you know, from your team if someone does come out of the game, whether it's a small or a big-time injury?
Everybody's role tends to change. It's like a bullpen when the closer goes down. All of a sudden, everybody slides up a spot in the rotation, and everybody moves into a different role, especially when you have essentially your lone big come out. Now everybody moves into a different spot, and that you can see. They don't have a post presence right now. Megan's not able to get any drives into the lane because they're not respecting anybody underneath the hoop right now.
Richland Colts, with this result, will finish 10-12 on the season. 3 seniors of Megan Rube, Lingen, and Emma Hyen will be lost to graduation next year for Coach Johnson and the Colts. This one, high post touch to Allison Hyen. Back between the circles, now to Megan Rube. Central Cass continues in the man defense, and Megan Rube takes a dribble pullback and rips one from downtown Fargo.
Jay might have to have a talk at the end of the quarter here. You might want to start defending her on the Bison logo.
13 points in the quarter, 17 in the game for Megan Rube, a team high, and a rebound comes down to Allison Hyen. Now it's going to go for Central Cass. It's still loose a little bit. Tori Richter with it. Left-hand side, they'll handle it with Prochnow. Now to Cotton. Cotton goes hard down the paint, and there's a foul on the Richland Colts. This one can pick your pair. It's going to be on a high end. The question is who, Allison or Emma? And they're going to give it to Allison. 17.8 seconds left here in the third quarter match on your Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Nice bounce pass on the inside. Cotton can't get the shot to go, however, and Hyen clears the rebound. Megan Rube, we'll see if she pulls up again. Rube looking at the clock, under 8 seconds here. See if she can get a ball screen. Doesn't take one, top of the key. Looking, probing, shooting, scoring. Yes! Megan Rube! Oh, at 20 points. That's her 4th main 3 of the quarter. That's her 43rd made three of the season. And Megan Rube is trying to go out in style here as the Richland Colts, however, do trail it by 40 points. We go to the final quarter here of the Region 1 third place game on your live event.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop, and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial, and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
As we come back here to start the fourth quarter, the Richland Colts will inbound it, as we will have running time. Megan Rube says, running time, I got to get shots off. She's got 23 points, and that's her fifth made three of the half.
She's been hobbling a little bit here, too, and just keeps jacking them up and going in. I love it.
I wonder if you might be playing through. Sometimes you get to third day of a three game. You know, you got those leg cramps sometimes. Right-hand side, Kaylee McKinnon, she tries to answer three. No. Rebound by Jalen Cotton. The pass, we almost get an over and back, but good job by Morgan Lee to track it down. This one goes to baseline Holzer. She'll rank a three, and she'll bury a three. Riley Holzer now with 8.
Central Cass bench getting into it over there, rowing the boat after the made three. I love it.
PJ Fleck would be happy.
Very much so.
Do you like running time as a coach, Nathan? This is always a discretion. Class A, again, there is no running time. Class B, there is 30-point plus margin going to the fourth quarter. What's the pros and cons of running time?
Mixed feelings about it. The pros is that, I mean, realistically, the chances that this gets more than 45 to 47 points in the differential with the running clock is unlikely. That's good. So if you're on the wrong side of it, it's pretty good. Now, if they could get things shored up as when they're stopping the clock, there's a lot of time that gets run off when maybe you're on the wrong side of it and you want some of your younger girls to get some reps and that clock is running and all of a sudden you look up and there's a minute left and you haven't gotten everybody in that you want to get in. That's the negative portion of it.
As right now Olivia Johnson's going to call a timeout. We'll break with them on your Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. 6:35 left in the fourth quarter.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
As we come back here on your Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, 75-32 for 6:35 left to play in the fourth quarter. Also later, we will find out who is on the all-region team. We will find out our senior athlete of the year, coach of the year, and athletic director of the year. So we got a busy night in front of us and still got to find out who, theoretically, I don't know if Shield Center will allow us to, but we'll say who will cut down the nets for a Region 1 championship.
Yep. Yeah, it's always exciting on a night like this to be able to finish your season off in style in this game and then even in the next one.
Blake Miller, free throw line off the mark. Rebound, Megan Rube, count it! Megan Rube now with 25 points. She came in to this tournament in the quarters and the semifinals with 27. So she just adds on to it, and now she has 425 points in her senior season.
Wow, that is absolutely unbelievable. And that might be her first basket in the paint. She's done all of her work from the perimeter tonight.
As we're going to have a jump ball back to our discussion, though, on a mercy rule. Do you like it from an advantage point of if you do have a team that has a loaded seniors against a team that has a bevy of freshmen?
Yes.
Compared to how do you kind of play that one out if you're on both parts of that spectrum?
I think overall the idea is correct. We just need to get some of the timing principles squared away so that we're not wasting 40-plus seconds on a free throw with 6 different substitutions when you're getting girls in. That's when the time needs to stop, let everybody get in, and then get the clock running. We iron out those little details. The idea is correct, though. This doesn't need to turn into a 70-point game here in the fourth quarter.
And if they throw the ball to me or you, that's fine to run the clock.
Exactly right.
Megan Rube with the steal. We'll see if she can score a right-handed layup. No, just gave it a little bit too much mustard, but she hustled with it. Lingen comes up with it, and that one is going to be off the mark as McKinnon and Rube look to be all right in the backcourt, and Kenny Wagner skies to try to get the steal. Ball will get tipped out of play. So, again, as you see on the screen, the clock continues to go on a play like that compared to normally in the first 3 quarters, the clock would stop.
Yep, as long as the ball doesn't roll 20 feet away and we're fumbling on it and trying to get it. As long as that doesn't happen, I'm okay with the clock continuing to run.
Holzer, 3-pointer, no. Jalen Cotton will get fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. Cotton with 19 points. You start taking a look at the seniors that Coach Jay Bachman will say goodbye to. Peyton Nelson, Jalen Cotton, Riley Holzer, Morgan Lee, and Kaylee McKinnon again. Those particular seniors. What has it been about those 5 over the last couple of years that the last 2 years, again, making the state tournament, a 4th-place finish as sophomores, state runners-up last year to Grafton, who was loaded, mind you, and now you're going to obviously not go to where you want to finish, but what is it about this senior class for Central Cass that they will literally leave a mark in program history, just unable to win a state championship, but their thumbprint's going to be on this for a long time.
They turn this entire program around. I think the we before me is what stands out so much with these guys. I mean, any one of the Cotton girls could score 25 in a game, and the next day they could score 2, and it's no big deal. They're still going to win. They're still going to give great effort. They're still going to be smiling when the final buzzer goes off, because a lot more often than not, they were on the right side of the scoreboard for the last 3 to 4 years. And yeah, the we before me is what stands out. You just see unselfishness ooze out of the entire program, and I love seeing that.
Well, let's do our quick math here. 20 wins. 24 wins. Okay, so that's 44. 19 wins here, so that's going to be 63. 2, 6, and 3. So they're going to be 63 and 11 in 3 seasons for that senior class. Not too shabby.
It's a senior class they're going to look back on and be like, that is the one that turned us around. That turned us from, what were they? 3-4 wins 5 years ago to the team that they are right now.
Peyton Nelson gets the 3, and everybody's having fun on the bench right now. Peyton Nelson with the triple, and that gets a lot of applause because Peyton is a role player and someone who doesn't get a lot of points, rebounds, and might even play in time, but she sticks it out in practice. She's one that's always there, hustling and cheering on her teammates. Blake Miller put back good for 2. And how valuable are those players in a program that might not start, that might not play, but they still come out to practice every day. They still come out, take the long bus ride. They're in there in the workouts. They're going to school. How valuable is a player like that?
Those are the ones that make the program run. The ones that do the dirty work, but maybe the only thing that they get in the stat sheet is deflections and jump balls. All right, but those are the ones that coaches love when they walk out onto the practice floor and they're counting the bruises that are on anywhere between mid-thigh and their ankle. I love those girls.
Kennedy Wagner shoots a 3 after Kaylee McKinnon just made her 5th moments ago for Central Cass. And we'll see what the Squirrels do here with 2 minutes and counting left to play in this first half. They go back to McKinnon. Why not? Another 3. Yes, sir! McKinnon with her 6th made 3 of the game. Her 10th in 3 days here inside the Shield Center. That's the heat check.
That is an unreal. Their offense is phenomenal when they're shooting this well. Unstoppable is the word that comes to mind.
And the Central Cass fans will have the entire seniors here come out one more time as it'll be a full line change. The Squirrel faithful will come out and over and give them a round of ovation here. And Jay Bachman, the head coach for Central Cass, giving them a nice little high five as well. As we return to action here, Megan Rube, right wing 3-pointer is short, and ball will go out of play. And Coach Hoots, you've been there many times before. Again, as calling you a Coach Hoots here, what is that final time like, win, lose, or draw, when it's that final class, that final time that you're hugging a senior?
It's emotional. You just thank them for all the hard work that they've done, the leadership that they provided, and maybe all the 3s they've put in. If it's the case tonight.
I tell you what, Central Cass, they made 5 threes here in this quarter. They've made 12 in the game as we have a substitution on the floor. 12 3-pointers in a game by Central Cass, and this is going to be their season high, their previous season high on December 2nd in Tower City against Maple River. Not to bring up any sore bruises there, Coach.
They played well that night. I remember that not so fondly.
As on the opposite side here, the Richland Colts will do the same thing for Olivia Johnson. And here's where some of those emotions will come in for the Megan Rubes, the Megan Lingens, and the Emma Hyens, not just because you lost your last time playing, but because it is the last time wearing the jersey. And we even saw it on Central Cass's faces. You're going to win, but, you know, it's not the result that you wanted, bigger picture coming into this season.
What's important to me as a coach is that they got to come out, everybody got to acknowledge them one last time and thank them for everything that they've done. Like Central Cass is giving their seniors right now, and Megan got a nice applause as she went out as well. I love being able to see that.
This one, right-hand side, three-pointer coming. This one going to be by Claire Cotton with another three. The 13th made three of the evening here for Central Cass.
Jay's probably thinking, we don't ever shoot this good in practice.
91
5
points.
on 0. This is unbelievable.
Richland right now, just unfortunate. They played the wrong team at the wrong time, so to speak, with Kindred, and played the wrong team that had a mission. Central Cass wanted a win here, and it showed in terms of their effort in this contest.
It's the best possible result for Central Cass.
91-36 is going to be the final, as the Central Cass Squirrels will finish with a 19-3 season here for head coach Jay Bachman. On the opposite side for the Richland Colts, they will finish with 10 wins and 12 losses here for the Richland Colts. Again, your final on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard here from the Shield Center. It has gone officially final. It is the Richland Colts and the Central Cass Squirrels. The Squirrels with a 91-36 win. Post-game shows next here on your live event.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
Egg Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Egg Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Egg Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it, and always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
The Central Cass Squirrels taking their third place team photo here with a 91-36 win in the third place game over the Richland Colts, as the Central Cass Squirrels finish 19-3 on the season, while on the opposite side the Richland Colts will finish a 10-12 here on the year. Chase Miller, Nathan Hoots with you, and thanks to Jake again for running the camera as we take a look back here on this particular contest. And Nathan, final words on Central Cass. What he kind of can put into their words in terms of this season, what he put for Central Cass when you take a look back at this year for the Squirrels.
I'm really happy that they were able to go out on this positive note. Last night was obviously a tough way to essentially end your season, but to go out, shoot the way they did, get the seniors the recognition that they deserve, and go out on a bit of a hot streak. Exciting for them, well-deserved, and the best possible result for something, a third-place game.
On the opposite side for Richland, the career that Megan Rube had, again, over 400 career points, 425 career points. Her, Lingen, Emma Hine playing their final game for Richland. Final thing for the Richland Colts.
Tremendous job by Megan Rube and that entire senior class, taking them from, playing against a team that I coached in a 7-10 game, 5 years ago, and worked themselves into a region championship appearance and several third-place games for a small school and a big school region. Yep. Hats off to them for being able to compete every single year.
Let's get to our Enbridge Energy player of the game here Who would you give it to? Is this a team effort? Is this the senior starting five again one more time? McKenna, Lee, Holzer, Cotton, Jalen, Cotton that is, and Peyton Nelson. Do you give the Enbridge player of the game to those five?
You give it to the seniors of Central Cass for what they've done for this program over the past 4 years, and the way they shot the ball and defended in a game that could have been something that they sleptwalked through.
On the opposite end, after that is our Enbridge player, maybe our RDK Enterprises player or play of the game. At the opposite side, Megan Rube, right?
Megan Rube took over in that third quarter, pulling up from anywhere and everywhere. Central Cass kept on inching out on her, and she kept backing up and kept on making them, and including that buzzer beater right at the end of the third.
At a final, 91-36. Make sure you go to your live event for the championship game featuring Northern Cass and the Kindred Vikings. Congrats to both Richland and Central Cass on a tremendous season. That does it for our coverage here from the Shield Center for the third place game. Championship coming up next on your live event.